I'm J.R. Church. Welcome to today's webcast. I want to begin by telling you that here at Prophecy in the News, we are concerned with biblical prophecy. We are not concerned with political agendas. Over the years, if you have been following our ministry, you know that I've criticized Richard Nixon, a Republican, Gerald Ford, a Republican, Jimmy Carter, a Democrat, even Ronald Reagan from time to time, a Republican. George W. Bush, hit him pretty hard, Republican. Bill Clinton, a Democrat. George Bush, the son. We have talked about him considerably because he was no friend to America. And we've talked about Obama. Now, I have deliberately soft-pedaled what we had to say about Obama simply because I don't really want to be considered as having a political agenda. But I can tell you that no matter whether Republican or Democrat, when they do things and say things and produce things that are, according to biblical prophecy, moving the world toward a one world government and a one world monetary system, then I feel that it is our duty to let God's people know that they are fulfilling prophecy and that the end time is very close. Now, to some, it sounds like I am anti-establishment. To others, anti-Democrat, and to others, anti-Republican. I am not anything but a Bible-believing Christian who knows what the Bible says about the future. And I'm personally convinced that we are very near to the second coming of Jesus Christ. So when I talk about Chairman Obama, for example, who led the United Nations Security Council as chairman of a session on nuclear proliferation, and when he talked about the upcoming Copenhagen conference in December, I feel that it is within our purview as theologians and students of biblical prophecy to talk about it. So, on today's, and by the way, when I do talk about a politician, such as the President of the United States, then I do not give my personal opinion of what he said or did. I quote somebody else and their opinion. All right? And this, of course, means that I am simply reporting, and as far as their policy goes, I make no judgment. I'm simply telling you what the Bible has to say about this. So, I want you to listen to Daniel chapter 7 and verse 23. The fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon the earth, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth, and tread it down, and break it in pieces. That is a world government. All right? That's not just a bunch of nations getting together and fighting. This is the establishment of a world government and the subduing of every country in the world. So, we come now to this article. The Minnesota Free Market Institute hosted an event at Bethel University in St. Paul last Wednesday evening. Keynote speaker was Lord Christopher Monckton, former science advisor to British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher. He gave a presentation complete with detailed charts, graphs, facts, and figures, which culminated in the utter decimation of both the pop culture concept of global warming and the credible threat of any significant climate change. In other words, he does not believe in global warming or climate change. It is instead a red herring. It is a political maneuver used to establish world government. The concern Monckton speaks to may well prove to be the single most important issue facing our nation. Bigger than health care, bigger than cap and trade, and worth every citizen's focused attention. So, listen up. I said, listen up. Here were Monckton's closing remarks. I'm not going to give everything he said, but these are his closing remarks. At the 2009, and I'm quoting now, this is Lord Monckton's remarks, quote, "At the 2009 United Nations Climate Change Conference in Copenhagen this December, just weeks away, a treaty will be signed. Your president will sign it." This is a British citizen speaking. "Most of the third world countries will sign it because they think they're going to get some money out of it. Most of the left-wing regimes of the European Union will rubber stamp it. Virtually nobody won't sign it." Christopher Monckton goes on to say, quote, "I read that treaty, and what it says is this, that a world government is going to be created.